Hello, for this video I'll aim to talk you through my painting process and just show you in general what I've been doing. So I took a red background, canvas like background, and I started blocking in my different shapes and the colors, bringing them. I didn't work with my strong square brush with my sable type of smudger in this case, but I worked there with a pencil, a pen, some pastel-like brushes in cases. So yeah, I'm drawing in my shapes. My focus was on getting these rocks in the foreground and working and then getting them to be rounded and looking realistically. Okay, so you see I'm blocking in the colors, different size shadows, working into the dimensions here on the front rocks. My strategy is basically usually from back to front, but I think in a bigger sense I'm working from the darks to the lights, so always blocking in the lights. Here I'm working with some textured brushes to bring in the leaves. It's a little bit of cheating, I guess, but yeah, you'll see I put in texture on the hills there at the back and on those cliffs. I'm trying to work in some texture into those cliffs as well, but I frequently go back and go over it and do something else until I'm satisfied with what I'm getting. Working those bushes there on the left, and in some cases I leave them with the first chance. Some cases I'll go back. As you see with the water there, I change it. Now with those hill at the back, I was working back to the cliffs, but there's a little hillside there at the back. I was working and it just didn't work. And you'll see I finally managed to get some clouds over it and get it to work. So in the foreground, these rocks, the key to them are the shadows. You see I come in with a strong pencil type of brush or a pen brush and actually painting the shadows and the lines and making them jump out, and at some point suddenly, I think it was around here, they just jumped out. Now I'm going back to those cliffs and then working until something starts to jump out and make them alive and realistically. As you can see, I'm moving all over the painting. I'm not necessarily over focusing in one area. Now I'm back to the cliffs, now I'm back to the front. I'm not being excessive in one particular area. I'm trying to create a balance throughout the painting. So in the water, now going back to the cliff, bringing color in, some pinks, some purples in there, and bringing different patches of color as you find in real cliffs. Now they start taking on at least they're in the middle ground, they're creating the pattern, the texture of actual cliffs. Probably should have left out those white blotches there, and because they were looking pretty good. Now going back to the cliffs there, to the hill there at the back, not yet. There I go, and it just doesn't work. It looks too much. So I cut it back with my sharp edge, put some cloud over there, some fog over there, and that is it. And that's pretty much my strategy for the day. Finish up with some angles, and that is it. Thank you for listening. Bye bye.